What up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is on an upcoming game called Atelier Yumia, the Alchemist of Memories and the Envisioned Land. I've logged some hours of story and combat content to get a grasp on it and simplify the experience. I'll probably be regurgitating some of the same stuff the official website or other YouTubers who got a code has said, but please listen to my take on it. First, let me just say shout out to Koei Tecmo for sending me a code for the official full game, but I won't be showing content beyond what's in the demo because the demo and the full game kind of start off at the same points, and I don't want to show you more than you should. So most of my stuff is going to be focused on combat. My level is going to be a little OP because I played a bunch of it. So without further ado, let's get it started. This is my first Atelier game. I know it's a shock, but I never got around to playing the ones I have in my Steam library. That said, I am fully aware of Atelier Ryza because of the anime that came out last year. It was good and it piqued my interest, which made me give this a shot. The new MC, Yumia, is a wholesome and rad alchemist. Like, she's really dope. Of course, not everybody on the research team, which she's helping, believes so and thinks she'll do more harm than good. I was exploring most of the environment, and every time I would talk to people, they treated her like she was Satan. Their behavior stems from an incident from the past, and I won't go too much into that because I think you guys will figure it out and put the pieces together if you play the demo or if you end up buying the full game and you see the other stuff. On one hand, I will say that their behavior is valid, but on the other, it's kind of like, you probably shouldn't believe rumors. Anyway, the mechanics weren't all that bad either. I'm sure things are a bit different in other Atelier games, but the synthesizing and crafting are pretty awesome. For some reason, I expected this type of thing due to the nature of the game. So when I'm out there gathering materials for the next job, I'm also getting myself familiar with things I'll need on the go and synthesize stuff and, just create all kinds of good shit, whether it be like armor, trait cores, boosting, like it's just a bunch of stuff, man. I know what you guys are here. You guys want to talk about the combat system, right? So let's talk about that for a little bit. I did some level up. I did some serious level up, let me tell you, to where I can use multiple moves. Things got even easier. However, if you overuse your moves and the enemy doesn't die, then you'll put yourself in a compromised position. Not saying you can't block or dodge, but always be aware of your gauges. Once you exhaust all your gauges, you have to wait for the cooldown reset. In the meantime, you can switch to other party members and continue your assault, but that still leaves the previous character open to damage. Now, I did a lot of swapping and I started getting good because you could rapidly press the button and it'll do way more than just the initial, attack that you do. You get some really dope moves in there. You definitely got to check the gauges and make sure you swap out or swap around to your members that you got from the get-go, whether it be Isla or her brother Victor. And more onto the fight aspect of this, there's two ways to fight. You can be close up or you can be distant. Now, most of the time I'm doing distant with Yumia because she has a sniper rifle wand of sorts. So, that's some Harry Potter shit. She's on that wizardry shit. And it's pretty dope because I'll be sniping from a distance while my teammates are fucking bashing skulls in up close. And it's so dope. And the move set that they have could do heavy damage from a distance. And then once you're done shooting from far away, you get up close and personal and handle business. But that's not the only thing they got. There's also an all-out attack, I guess you could say. An all-out attack with a team member. And that's pretty dope. I've only done one so far, and it's only because I've created one little item. It's like an ice hammer of sorts. But it was dope though, because both of us are hitting at the same time, and let me tell you, I was excited and I do it a lot now. Even with that, be aware of your gauges. I can't speak on how the other Atelier games do battle, but to me, this definitely feels like a modified turn-based system. But overall, Atelier Yumia is definitely fun, but that doesn't mean it's perfect. The issues it has from what I've seen are minor and can be fixed with a patch. Dialogue not matching up with the text irked me a bit because a character like Isla would call someone by their name, but the text on screen would say him or her. Like the game's in Japanese, but English text and all that stuff. So when I look at the text while it's talking, because sometimes I think I'm missing something, and I'll hear the character say, Oni-chan. Like anybody that's really into anime and stuff, we know what Oni-chan and all that shit means. Like we know what that means. It means brother and all that. So when I see that, and then it says the person's name, like Victor, it's like, that's just weird. You know what I mean? I don't understand that laziness from localizers. Like, it's not a big deal, but it's just like, why do that? Like, you know what I mean? It's silly. It's silly. It's not even a problem. I find that pretty minor. There's some clipping on the models in cutscenes too. Again, it's not a big deal. Something that can be patched, but it just looks weird sometimes because it's like, damn, you guys like are making a product, and it's not like I expect perfection, but you know, try to do your best with the models too, at least. You know what I mean? I found an issue with placing crafted objects when I was doing stuff, and that could have just been me because, you know, this is again my first Atelier game. But when I was crafting, I would sometimes have like the workshop stuff and dressers like in the like floor. It'll look weird. It'll just be like in the floor, but you can still use it. And I'm like, why is it doing that? Why would that, like, placement wise, by default, it should be leveled with the character. There's no way I should be putting something like in the ground unless there's like a hole there. But you just got to be careful with that. I'm pretty sure that's going to get patched to where it never happens. Like, that's got to be a day one patch. It just seems kind of ridiculous. But you got to be careful when you do that, or it'll just be in the ground. Hopefully they fix it before release, but it is what it is. I came across photo mode too, and that's pretty nice. Nice addition. I want to say sorry to the perverts out there, but I don't think you can look up skirts or whatever. I tried to take like a ground picture of Yumia in a battle pose. Like, that's one of her poses she has, and like the model just vanishes when you get close to the ground. I'm like, what the fuck is it doing? Like, I'm not trying to like look up her skirt or whatever. I just want to see her in like down on the ground. I'm trying to take like 4K pictures, but it won't let me. But that can be fixed at any point too, so I wouldn't worry about it. Again, minor stuff. It is what it is. But in conclusion, right now, Atelier Yumia, from everything that I've done and all the hours I put in, it's a solid 8. The visuals are beautiful, characters are likable, story feels wholesome for the most part, combat is very engaging, and new players to the Atelier series like me love this game. You will definitely love it. Again, it's not perfect. It has its flaws. It's definitely different from the other Atelier games. I'm positive it is, but it makes me want more of the Atelier series. So that is one thing KT has done, like, for me personally. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and continue to support this channel. If so, throw me a like, comment, and, you know, subscription. Be ready for March 20th and 21st. You know, depending on the time zone. Check out the demo. Definitely get a grasp on things like I did, even though way different from the full game. Maybe. But until next time, holla at your boy. I'm gonna get on off here.